Hi, Lewis. I wanted to tell you that I really, really love your project. I didn't get the opportunity to see very much of other people's projects because I've been working on my own. So I've been giving a once over to all of the people that were in my small group last time, but didn't get the opportunity to see yours, of course, until now. And I must admit that I am incredibly impressed at just the idea itself, and creating a game is not easy at all. So it's really, really, really interesting to see it unfold in storyboard form. With that said, I found it really intriguing that I kind of got to see it unfold, and it gave me the ability to learn how a game sort of unfolds. It's not as black and white as I thought it was going to be, even though, of course, I'm reading it in storyboard form. And so I really appreciated the fact that you had all the information laid out, and I'm pretty sure that gave you the opportunity to really see how it unfolds. One thing in your video that you mentioned that I thought was really, really interesting was just how the storyboarding, or this creating a storyboard was your head of schedule with actually fulfilling out all of the scenarios because you were storyboarding, but you're a little bit behind on the development process. And I discovered for myself, for my project, just how important the mind mapping, the storyboarding, the wireframing has truly been to the overall developmental process. It has been a really, really interesting journey just to create this project. I thought I was going to aggressively go after the developmental process and creating, I have a content management system and an LMS, as you probably already know, but I thought that I was going to create this and I was going to jump head first into the actual hardcore coding portion of it. And what I've spent a lot of time doing is researching and storyboarding and figuring out, okay, this makes sense, but this doesn't make sense, and how can I make this make sense with this? And so it seems like you've had the exact same experience, even though we have two completely different projects. It's really interesting that this is unfolded in a less tangible overall finished product manner, but more so about the storyboarding manner. So I'm not really sure whether you and Jen discussed this during your your meeting, but we discussed it during mine, and I'm gonna offer this information to you. A lot of the grading process, at least for myself, was very reflective of what I thought that she would grade me on. How, if I were the teacher, how would I grade myself? And it was easy for me to do because I consider myself a bit of an instructor. So I thought that I was creating this instructor-esque, sort of a thing that she would really like. And it was really, what would surprise me is just how much of the grading system should really be based on what the amount of work I'm doing. And so I'm offering that to you, maybe to think about your overall grading, your rubric, just in a manner of how exactly can I make this how exactly can I judge my work? Not how can I make this project even more amazing, because it sounds truly amazing, but how can I make it make the most sense for, how can I make my grading rubric make the most sense, or the most reflective of my work. And the storyboarding part seems like it's a huge portion of your work, because it's allowed you to create these outcomes and to really feel confident and say, hey, I'm done with the content. That's a really big statement, and it's so wonderful that you're already at that place. I kind of wish that, I feel like I've been wireframing and wireframing and wireframing and mind mapping and storyboarding, and it's still not there. Maybe I need to take a couple of pages from your notebook and just storyboard it out and only focus on the storyboard, only focus on the outcome. I'm definitely going to take some of your gamification awesomeness that you have within your blog and try to figure out a way to incorporate some gaming into my LMS. But from what I see so far, it seems like you're on a really great path. You didn't ask any questions, which, it doesn't seem like you need any questions asked. But the only suggestion that I have is that if you have some sort of questions about what to grade yourself on, what to include inside your rubric, then just making sure that you put some heavy emphasis on how important storyboarding has been to your capstone. I think that that would be excellent for you, and everything sounds really great. Great! I can't wait to play the game someday.